Proverbs 31, Phase 1. 1. The words of King Lemuel, an oracle his mother taught him. This tells us this chapter carries maternal instruction, wisdom shaped by care, accountability, and foresight. 2. What are you doing, my son? What son of my womb? What son of my vows? This is saying loving correction begins with deep personal responsibility and covenantal concern. 3. Do not give your strength to women, or your ways to those who destroy kings. This teaches that misplaced desire can dismantle authority and calling. For it is not for kings, Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor for rulers to crave strong drink. This is saying leadership demands clarity, not indulgence. Lest they drink and forget what is decreed, and pervert the rights of all the afflicted. This teaches that impaired judgment harms the vulnerable first. Give strong drink to one who is perishing, and wine to one whose life is bitter. This is saying there is a place for relief, but not in governance. 7. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. This teaches distinction between mercy and responsibility. Here drunkenness is used to dull the awareness of suffering and hardship. 8. Open your mouth for the mute, for the rights of all who are destitute. This tells us authority exists to defend those without a voice. 9. Open your mouth, judge righteously, and defend the cause of the poor and needy. This teaches justice is an active responsibility, not passive awareness. 10. Who can find a woman of noble character? Her worth is far above jewels. This is saying true value is moral, not material. 11. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he lacks nothing of value. This teaches trust is the foundation of partnership. 12. She does him good and not harm all the days of her life. This is saying faithfulness is consistent, not seasonal. 13. She selects wool and flax and works with willing hands. This teaches diligence flows from willingness, not compulsion. 14. She is like merchant ships, bringing her food from afar. This is saying wisdom plans ahead and seeks quality. 15. She rises while it is still night and provides food for her household and tasks for her servants. This teaches foresight and responsibility toward others. 16. She considers a field and buys it. From her earnings she plants a vineyard. This is saying wisdom includes discernment and stewardship. 17. She clothes herself with strength and makes her arms strong. This teaches inner resolve produces outward capability. 18. She sees that her gain is good. Her lamp does not go out at night. This is saying wisdom produces sustainable fruit. 19. She stretches out her hands to the distaff, and her hands hold the spindle. This teaches skill and effort are part of excellence. 20. She opens her hands to the poor and reaches out to the needy. This is saying success does not close the hand, it opens it. She is not afraid for her household when snow comes, for all are clothed in scarlet. This teaches preparation, removes fear. 22. She makes coverings for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. This is saying dignity and beauty are not neglected. 23. Her husband is known at the city gates, sitting among the elders of the land. This teaches wisdom at home, strengthens public leadership. 24. She makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies belts to merchants. This is saying wisdom is productive and outward-facing. 25. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the days to come. This teaches confidence, rooted in preparation, not denial. 26. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. This is saying her words carry truth and care. 20. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. This teaches vigilance and responsibility prevent decay. 28. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. This is saying wisdom is recognized by those closest. 29. Many women have done excellently, but you surpass them all. This teaches excellence stands apart naturally. 30. Charm is deceptive, and beauty fades, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. This is saying reverence outlasts appearance. 31. Give her the fruit of her labor, and let her works praise her at the city gates. This teaches that wisdom deserves visible honor. Proverbs 31, Phase 2. Historical and cultural anchorings. Proverbs 31 reflects a royal household context where leadership, family stability, and moral integrity were inseparable. The chapter opens with a mother instructing a king, an important cultural detail, as queens and royal mothers often played a decisive role in shaping rulers. The latter portion presents an acrostic poem describing a woman of noble character, not as an idealized fantasy, but as a composite picture of wisdom expressed through everyday life. In ancient Israel, economic activity, household management, and social influence were deeply intertwined. This woman's actions reflect real responsibilities and authority exercised within that framework. Modern application. In today's context, Proverbs 31 challenges shallow definitions of success, beauty, and empowerment. It reframes strength as discipline, wisdom, and service rather than dominance or image. The chapter applies not only to women, but to anyone pursuing a life ordered by reverence for God. Leadership remains vulnerable to indulgence. Justice still requires advocacy for the voiceless, and lasting influence continues to be built through integrity, diligence, and faithful speech. The chapter calls modern readers to measure worth by fruit rather than appearance. Linguistic anchorings. The Hebrew structure of Proverbs 31 uses poetic parallelism and, in verses 10 to 31, an alphabetic acrostic to signify completeness, from beginning to end. Words translated as strength, noble character, and fear of the Lord carry moral weight, emphasizing inner resolve and reverence rather than physical power. The Veritas 365 translation preserves these concepts while expressing them in contemporary language that communicates naturally without diminishing their depth or authority. Theological anchorings. Theologically, Proverbs 31 affirms that wisdom is lived, not merely spoken. God's design for leadership includes restraint, justice, and protection of the vulnerable. Reverence for the Lord is presented as the defining virtue that outlasts charm and beauty. The chapter reinforces that God honors faithfulness expressed through responsibility, generosity, and disciplined living. Works flow from reverence, and honor follows fruit. Key themes. Leadership and restraint. Authority requires clarity and discipline. Wisdom embodied. Faith is expressed through action. True worth, reverence for God outweighs appearance. Diligence and stewardship, faithfulness sustains communities. Legacy, character shapes reputation and influence. Closing thought. Proverbs 31 closes the book by grounding wisdom in daily faithfulness. It reminds us that strength is not loud, wisdom is not passive, and reverence for God reshapes every role we occupy. Whether ruling a nation or managing a household, wisdom proves itself through disciplined choices, righteous speech, and enduring fruit. The chapter leaves us with a clear measure. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of a life worthy of praise. Reflection prompts. How does your definition of success compare to the one presented here? Where might discipline and restraint strengthen your influence? In what ways does reverence for God shape your daily decisions? What kind of legacy are your actions quietly building?